Actually, one thing we could do before we complete, and I'm kind of looking at these drawings, is to put our first floor slab on. So I'm going to go to I'll go to our footers drawing. We have no first floor in the building. And so I'll use this to create one. So I'll go to architecture, excuse me, architecture, floor, and let's see if we have some kind of a small slab. We don't. We have a generic slab that we could use, and then model. Well, yeah, we'll do generic, and we're going to edit it because it's way too thick. It shouldn't be 12 inches thick. So I'm going to duplicate it, and I'll go and I'll make it 4 inches thick, and I'll click OK. We could give it a concrete texture, but let's just make sure we edit it to be the right thickness first. 4 inches, and let's see if I can find some concrete here to make it concrete lightweight we'll use. All right. And then we'll use the pick walls tool to help us along here. So I'm just coming to the inside of these foundation walls. And this is actually getting drawn on the first floor or lined up to the first floor level. So I think I've caught all of the shape of that. And the level I want to be L1. And I'm going to click complete. And I don't want to attach anything. And I don't want to join any geometry. Just go back now to this detail. And you can see how the floor is now indicated. Now actually one of the problems here is let's go in and edit this. This is hiding that floor, so I'm going to pull that down. And now that shows a little more accurately. The floor slab, the steel column would actually pass down through this to touch here, but it's not showing. But that's fine for this kind of level of our examination of creating details. I'll deactivate this view. And then quickly I'll review. Let's get this down to the sheet size, and we'll review how we're going to export these. And I'll just export one. Export as a PDF. We may want to call this one CV4 sections. Make sure we can check to make sure. I think we could use just the sheet size that's existing, but the other option is to come in here and actually select that actual drawing. So it's a 107 in this case. We want to make sure it fits the 100% of the size, so it's accurately, it's not shrunk it down at all. And I'm just going to save it into my typical area here. And I never save this navigation, and I should, I'm sorry. And I'll move my head so you can see that that's to open that file. And so I think we're all set here. And so I'll do export. I'll say yes this time. And of course I have to save it with a name. And I think that might have done it. So let's quickly review to make sure that we're doing this correctly. So I have to find my file here. Just give me a second. And I'm going to drag that onto the screen for you. And there's our section drawings. We're at 55%, so let's go to 100% just to see what it would look like if we were to print it out. And now you can see actually a lot of nice things. It's kind of worth spending a minute here and discussing this. You'll notice how the line weights, and let me make sure, hold on just a second here. I can't see my own screen draw anymore. Okay, you'll notice how it made nice line weights around the things that we're cutting sections through. There's a nice delineation between the dimension line weights and the drawing line weights here. Let's look down below and see what our drawing looks like here. Just, nice value of line weights. Things that we're not seeing inside of Revit because we're actually in the thin line viewing mode. Just to take you back to explain that to you. Let's just zoom in here on a detail. And I'm going to change from thin lines to thick lines. And now we're getting that more accurate portrayal of what is being done when we do our PDF. Okay, so once again, let's review what you need to export for the project. We're going to need, we've made now 2 technical drawings, and we have 2 different styles of presentation sheets. Let me go back to hold on just a second. Let me get to this drawing here. I'll put it in slideshow mode. So we should have the drawing right now is still this one. We've already exported the one as a sketch. And then we want to export the 2 technical drawing sheets. And remember, these are different drawing sheet sizes when you're exporting them. But altogether, this is what the submittal should be for this module.